Hey friends, instead of giving you a Creative Thoughts episode, I'm going to give you a Creative Thoughts episode. So we're starting our new Creative Thoughts podcast here on the channel with your host, Stephen Nightingale Ball. In this episode, I want to talk about what people keep asking me, the agency model. Now, we have scaled down. We're not an agency model. We've got a couple of studios which we'll be renting out in just a couple of weeks. We've got a virtual office as well and a brand new package. But of course, with that comes a hefty price tag because it's, it's not our place. So there is a hefty price tag on it. Plus there is there is also other spaces that we have, and also a couple of co-working spaces and hot desking spaces. So, first of all, scaling down from the model that we were going to be. I mean, I have two offices, but my other office is for my other company, and my other company now actually building bigger and better projects, huge projects, in fact, that when you sit at your desk and you look at every single project that you scale down, you look at it and you go, this is something that we do need to look at, and then you work on the biggest project, and one that's going to make you the most money. So we know that the Marion Hotel, we know that's going to make a lot of money. On Facebook, we've started talking about it. It's been a massive talking point on Facebook. It's been bigger than anything that we've done before. This is a huge project. We had to get the go-ahead from the leisure committee. We had to get a lot of go-ahead from it. And in 2 months' time or 3 months' time, this project will be starting off amongst other projects that we have, which is great because we can advertise for it. So the advertised company can advertise for it, the building company can build it, and we can just see it thrive. It's like when you grow a tree and you see, well, there you are, you plant your seed. And I'm very, very happy to say that we've got 100 ownership of this hotel. It's a fantastic project, amongst other projects that we have going, because it's a big thing, and to put your biggest projects first is very important, because they're the ones that are going to make you the most money. They're going to make you a lot of money, a lot of money. That's what we want, isn't it? And sometimes in business you have to take a huge gamble. You have to risk. You have to take a risk every once in a while to understand that where you come from is literally, the whole business thing. And your business now is a model more than anything. Every business is a model. It's how you build it and how you work around it. And now there is a lot of people that are not just working from home, but working from their vehicles, working from where they are, which means when you go to the desk, it makes your life easier when you go to your desk and you see everything, you see a list there, and it's all the stuff needed. We go to a job now and we know when we're at that job, we know exactly what we're going to do there instead of going to the office first, because we go to the office last now. We've started, now I'm at the building company every 2 weeks, and when I go there, I know exactly what I'm doing from the get-go. I know what stock comes in, I know what stock we're selling, and I know everything like that. The advertising company is a different ball game. Now, we get a project come to us. I know that next week I've got to go out and do, tomorrow, I'm going to take the opportunity to go out and do my photo shoots tomorrow. So then next week, by next Thursday and Friday, I'll have all my photo shoots for Easter. And also, our brand new stock footage, stock image library that we'll have. We're doing a few images on Facebook. The rest of the images we're going to be putting on a disc. You can buy the image. You can buy the stock image package for $12 if you're in the US or Australia. If you're England or whatever, it's £15. Now, it's a lot higher from England because it's to do with UK costs and taxing and all the rest of it. So we just have to make sure that we start the tax year, pretty well, and so that's what we do. So we're doing our stock image pack, and you can get a sample image pack which has 5 images in it, or you can have a full image pack which has 12 to 15 images. And these images have a lot of work thrown into them. We have a stock logo pack which we've already sold, and we're working on a brand new logo, and we're working on our business. So you need to work on your business all the time. You need to build and grow, and that's how you become a model, and that's how you can deal with change. You have to be able to process what you have around you before you can move on. That was a big thing, but hey ho. I didn't have this podcast prepared, but I thought I would talk about all the rest of it. Now, TikTok seems to be where a lot of people go. So we're running ads on TikTok. We're running them on TikTok and Instagram and on our website. Now, what you see on TikTok and Instagram is the full ad. It's the full thing, the full shebang. Even though I hate the platform TikTok, I prefer it when we're advertising, because at least with advertising, with the TikTok video, you get, say, 100,000 views per one video. If you put something out there, you put yourself out there. With TikTok, you get something like 500 views, or if you're really good, and if you're responding all the time, which is what you do, you're always responding on TikTok to an ad. You're always respond, and this is what I like about TikTok. The only thing I like about TikTok is you are answering a question all the time. Yeah, so you're answering a question in video form. People want that, so you answer your question in video form or image form, and they take it and they're able to. It's like when they're walking past an A-board and suddenly they're reading, and that's how TikTok works. You flick through something and you read it. Now, with TikTok, people just scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And the same with Instagram and Pinterest. But Pinterest is a bit different because you can catch people's eye. And the way you do it is you do a great image or whatever, you do a great image, And people come to our Pinterest and it's like, wow, your Pinterest is amazing. You've got cool tastes and all the rest of it. And I've realized with Pinterest is people latch on to what we do. We've started, we've got a great community on Pinterest because we seem to pick all the people that are running third parties. And the only advantage to that is you are literally getting your foot in the door and saying, hey, we've got this idea. Why don't you look at this? And it's great because it's all an art form, but how you catch someone's eye on Pinterest is when they stop scrolling. Yeah, when they stop scrolling and they do the scroll test on each platform. You know, you scroll Facebook, nothing there. You scroll Instagram, nothing there. You scroll TikTok, one or two things there. But you scroll Pinterest, and at least if there's more than one, two things, or four things, you scroll and it's like, wow. And we don't post Pinterest all the time. Only when we're working on something and we put it on Pinterest, like, oh, wow, amazing. And that's when we inspire people, when we're ready to post. And we post quite frequently. We post a project. We tell a story of how we're doing that project, where that project is, how that project started, where we are with the project. And every project should have a beginning, a middle, and end, like a book. You know, if you're doing a website, same. You know, a home page, an about page, and a whatever else page. That should be your website. Simple. If you update frequent, that's fine. But really, you should be clear about what you want. And when we're doing a project, when we do an ad now, we tell a story about the company. We use like for the what is it? The cafe. There's a cafe down the road, and they're a couple are starting up, and we've used that. You know, they're a couple. This was a star project, but now they're actually building. Come to the cafe and see what they've got to offer. So it's a nice little story. You know, they're a couple starting out. You know, that's it. That's how the advert rolls. You know, to them, we're using their testimony as an advert. You know, and I think that's what you can do with certain things, like like this bike shop. You know, best bikes since 1998. The father left his son with the shop, and he's now retired, stood down due to ill health, but his son's taken over the shop. And now he's kept the community alive. That really says a lot for a bike shop to me. That's, you know, telling a story about the bike shop. And then it's telling, you know, what the bikes are and everything. We thought making a long form ad, then a short form ad, then a shorter ad. You wouldn't tell a whole testimony like that in a shorter ad, but you would in the first ad to grab the customer. You know, it was when they go to the bike shop, they know who owns it, they know the full backstory of the shop, and they're going to go in there and they're going to buy a bike. And they know they're going to get great service, great community, they're going to get great everything. You know? There's also a beer festival. There's quite a few beer festivals. There's a couple over Easter, and then there's a few after Easter. So we're going to be advertising lots and lots of beer festivals, and we're excited because it's an exciting time, because the hype around beer festivals, the hype around the communities that go to the pubs, people going to the pub and drinking a pint. And we thought, why don't we use some poetry? Not rhyming, but, at least thinking of some great ad copy that would go. And I think it's sort of, if we try and not do a poem, but if we try and keep things a bit upbeat, then obviously we know that people were going to go to the beer festival. And and we've got till next Friday to do 3 of these ads, and then release about 4 or 5 ads at least. And then once we've ran those ads, we're going to run 1 or 2 print ads. I'm not shouting my mouth off on that because we don't print a lot, but for just 1 or 2 companies, we're printing the ad for them. So they have got the ad that they can distribute. So and then there is a bake sale happening. We're advertising for a bake sale, and there is there's the Death Cafe. They're doing something big over Easter. And that's a massive project for us, because they've said, please, will you advertise the Death Cafe? Yeah, sure, of course we will. There's a lot of customers that we're dropping over this month, which that's, to me, that doesn't offend me at all. Yes, it's sad, but to be honest, we've got a lot of work already. So it's good that we're getting rid of a few things, because it doesn't, it means that, okay, we won't be advertising here or advertising there, but, let's advertise somewhere else.
One notification. Instagram. 14 minutes ago. New messages. You have unread messages from 3 people.
Neil! Neil! The bell's rang.
Instagram. 15 minutes ago. New messages. You have unread messages from 3 people. Button.
up there?
I just wanted to watch the wagon.
What the bloody hell are you doing in there?
I just wanted
You've not messed something up, have you?
No, I just wanted to watch the wagon. I just wanted to watch the wagon.
Oh, if you tripped over something, you'd have hurt yourself in here. Wouldn't you?
Where was I? So yeah, that's how the agency model is rolling. Now, you've got to understand that the agency model, you know how everything goes.
One notification. Mic trigger. Mic lock. Finish recording. Finish record.